Hey, what's up everyone? Today I'll be showing you how I made my custom camera slider out of Lego pieces. The reason I built this was because the scene in my animation that I've been working on for the last 3 years required a shot where the camera moves from side to side in a smooth motion, following the actions of the characters during a fight scene. So I decided to build this for the first time ever. I've never actually built one of these before, and I'll show you how I did it. First, I started with this green 8x16 plate, and this is going to be the base of the build. Keep in mind that the colors of these pieces doesn't actually matter, as it's just going to be holding the camera and won't actually be visible to it, so the colors here are kind of all over the place. After that, I added these inverted tiles to the bottom, and this allows it to sit completely flat on the desk and also will let us put clay on the bottom without it getting stuck inside of that green plate. I attached these pieces to the four corners of the base plate, and then I attached clay on the bottom. That way when it sits on the desk it won't move at all and will give a completely steady shot. The next step was to add a strip of these collectible minifigure series stands going down the center of the plate, and this is what the rest of the slider will sit on top of. I used 4 of these pieces, and as you can see, one of them was from the Lego Batman movie. After making sure those were pressed down all the way, I added a set of bricks on top of that line of studs. I then added a layer of tiles to go on top of those bricks. This will allow the next component to sit securely on the base, while still being able to move. Next, I grabbed some of these 1x12 pieces, and these will sit on the opposite sides of those bricks that are on top of the tiles. I connected these 2 sets of pieces with some more tiles on top. Now we have the base of the top component, which can now slide nicely across the bottom. Next, we needed the parts that would actually hold up the camera and support it while filming. So I grabbed these 2 black Technic arms and attached them to the sides of the Technic piece that I had added earlier. Using Technic pieces ensured a much stronger connection than just using the standard system bricks, which is good because we want to make sure that the camera doesn't move or fall at all during this shot, besides the movement that will be provided by the slider itself. I did a quick test to make sure that it could hold up my phone, and it did, so we're making progress. I added these sloped pieces on the back to make sure that the phone can't move backwards or fall backwards, and this just helps secure everything in place. I also added these tiles on top of those sloped bricks to make sure that the phone was absolutely secure between the front and the back pieces. And that's how I built it. It's a super simple build and worked really effectively. As always, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribed, and of course check out my series Dying World that I've been working on for almost 3 years now.